Hi everyone, my name is Navneet Modi. Today I will be discussing a 800 rated code forces problem named United We Stand. Let's see the question. Given an array A of length and containing integers, and there are two initially empty arrays B and C, you need to add each element of the array A to exactly one of the arrays B or C in order to satisfy the following conditions. Let's see the conditions. Both arrays B and C are non-empty. The other condition is for any two indices I and j, 1 less than equal to I less than equals to B. It just means that the I value of I is in between 1 to length of B and the value of j is in between 1 to length of C. Cj is not a divisor of Bi. At first, it might start confusing, but it just says that any element of array is C should not divide any value of array B. You will understand more when we discuss the examples. Output -1 if the solution does not exist. What should be the input? What will be the input? So the input will be the first will be the number of test cases. The first line of each test cases will be the length of array A, and the second line will be the elements of array A. So then here length of array A is 3 and the elements are 2, 2, 2. What should be the output? Output -1 if the solution does not exist. In the first line, output length of B and length of C respectively. After that, output elements of array B and then elements of array C like here. Yeah, 3 is the length of array B, 2 is length of array C, and this is elements of array B and C. So now let's see the example here. Here, let's start from the second example. Here, the elements of array A are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the solution is this. So, this is array B, this is array C. As I said, the elements of array C should not divide the elements of array B. So, if we see here, 2 does not divide 1, 3, or 5, and same with the 4. If we check another examples like this, so the array B is 1, array C is 3 and 5. So 3 does not divide 1 nor 5. If we go further, so this is the next example of this. So elements are these, and we have 2 as length of array B, 5 as length of array C, 1, 1, and then 2, 4, 7, 9, 9. And they all do not divide 1. From this example, these two examples, I can notice something that the if I have to divide anything, it must be greater, right? So if I add the smallest element in my array B and then just pass all the other element in array C, then it should just pass and satisfy all the conditions, right? Because there are two conditions only that the both arrays should be non-empty and Cj is not a divisor of Bi, which just means that value of C does not divide value of B. So if I go to the solution here, you can see here, this is my main logic, and here I input n. I initialize minimum as int max and maximum as int min. I initialize A, B, C vectors. Here I am inputting array A while I am also comparing each elements and finding out my minimum and maximum element of array A. So now here is one condition, like how will I know that the solution does not exist? So like here in this example, let's go to first example now. All the values are same. So if I add 2 to array B and then other both 2's to array C, now 2 will divide this 2. So it is can't be possible. If I add, let's say, 2 2 here, then again this 2 will divide these two. So again the second condition not satisfy, and each array must have one element. So I can't add all three elements to any one of them. So this way we can also observe that if the all elements are same, only in this condition the solution is not possible, right? So that is why I am also calculating maximum here. If the minimum value of array A and the maximum value of array A are same, it means that all the values of array A are equal, right? So in this case, I am just outputting -1 and return. If that's not the case, I am going to each element in array A and then comparing if the element is minimum, then I add it to array B, else I add it to array C. And it's just how the output format is. I output size of array B, size of array C, and then display array B. So display function, this is display function. I output array B and output array. Now let's go to the examples. So what will happen? Let's see in the first example. So my minimum value will be 2, maximum value will be 2. Since the minimum and maximum are same, my output will be -1. Minus 1. In the next example, my minimum value will be 1, my maximum value will be 5. Since they are not equal, it will go into the next section where it will compare if the value matches to the minimum and accordingly change it to either array B or array C. So here values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the array B we will get 1 and in array C we will get 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now if we see here the 2 can't divide 1, 3 also can't divide and rest and also same for the rest. So if we go to the next example, we have minimum as 1, maximum as 5. Again, they both are not equal. We will go to the next section and compare each element with the minimum value. So our B will have 1 and C will have 3 and 5. So as our main logic is that the if I have to divide something, the value that I have to divide should be greater than the value then which we use to divide, right? So that is why I am adding minimum to the array B and rest values to array C. So if we go in the next example, here minimum is 1, maximum is 9. So they are not equal. We will go to the next section. So B will have 1 and 1 and C will have 7, 7, 2, 9 and 4. So again, they can't divide 1. The next example, my minimum is 4, maximum is 12, and they are not equal. So we will go to the next section. So array B will be 4, 4, array C will be A, 12, and 12. Correct. So, again, these value can't divide 4. Now let's see the time complexity. So here n is 100, which is 10 to the power 2, and we have 1 second. And code forces 1 second is equals to 10 to the power 8 or 9 operations. So here I think we are safe to even take and cube solutions, which will be 10 to the power 6. Now let's see our solution here. So if I see this part is like order of n. This part is also order of n, and then this part combined is also order of n, which is like total we have order of n solutions. So which is completely fine. Thank you.